Hey guys, in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys a few different ways of how to get a sprite to move. So I'm going to be using the cat sprite, and so there are a few different ways to get it to move and stuff. So I'm going to show you guys them, and so you want to click a fence and then drag out when flag clicked, and then go to motions and drag out go to and touch that on and go to sensing and then drag out mouse X and mouse Y and make sure they actually go into the spot they're supposed to go. And then if we click the flag, as you can see, it moves to where the mouse is, but you can't like make it move with your mouse. You can like click around and it will move, but you can't really get it to move with your mouse. So to be able to actually make it move with your mouse, you go to Control and then drag out forever and drag the go to within the forever and attach that to when flag clicked. And then if you click that, as you can see the mouse move, like the cat follows the mouse. So wherever you move your mouse, the cat will go. And yeah, so he'll go wherever the mouse is, and you can also add it so that when he touches the edge that he bounces off. So if we just start it, so as you can see when he hit the corners he won't go into them, but he also will move around, and yeah, so he won't be able to uh, move into the corners and like kind of hide their like body or whatever. And also with the go to mouse X and mouse Y, you can make it so that it only goes to the mouse X, and if we test that, as you can see, he is only going along the X axis, and you can also do that with the Y. So if we drag back in the mouse Y and drag out the mouse X, he will only go up and down. So let's test that, and as you can see, he's going up and down, and yeah, so he will only move along the y-axis. So you can make it so like you can make like a side scrolling game or some website on here where it's going up, and I'll show how to make the scrolling website in another tutorial in the future. But yeah, you're able to make it only move on the y-axis or only the x-axis. So that's one of the other things you can do with the go to mouse thing. So yeah. So there is a few other ways. So I'm going to show you guys another way of how to get the cat to move. So if we go to Control and then we drag out forever, and then we want to drag out the if, and go to motion and drag out point towards mouse pointer, and then move 10 steps, and we want that move 10 steps to be below the point towards, and then it will be able to like point towards your mouse. So if we click this, as you can see, the cat is moving to where the mouse is, and it's going in these, circles and stuff, and moving around and going to the corners. And so to get it to like get onto the mouse, you want to drag out if then, and then bring that in, and then do if touching that mouse pointer. Then you want to have it so that it waits, and then do not touching the mouse pointer. So if it's like when it touches the mouse pointer, it will like still move in a bunch of crazy circles and stuff. And to get it to stop, you do if touching mouse pointer, then wait until not touching mouse pointer, and then you can also add in so that if you don't want it to let it hide in the corners, then you can drag out if on edge bounce so that it will bounce off the corners. And so let's test that. So as you can see, he is moving with the mouse, but when you hover over him, he doesn't move, he stops, but if you keep moving around, he will, also move around, and if you go in the corner, as you can see, he will not go in the corner, he'll just bounce off the corner and not go in. So that is the ways to move it with your mouse. You can also move the sprite with your keyboard. So if you're using arrow keys or the WASD keys, you can get it to move. I'm going to show you guys how to do that. So you want to just get rid of all that stuff and then go to Offense and drag out when space key pressed, and then click on the space, and a bunch letters and options will show up, and you can pick one of these. So if we click up arrow and then we go to motion and drag out change Y by 10 or any other number, and click flag, and then when we use the up arrow, he will move up, and so that's how you get the up arrow to work, and you can do that with a bunch of other arrows. So I'm going to do the down arrow now, so let me just select down arrow and then go to motion and do change Y by 10, but instead of positive 10, we want to make it so it's negative 10 so that it moves down. So then we want to test that to see if it works, and as you can see, A is moving down. I can also move him up and down, so now he's moving up and down, and then I can get him to move when the like right arrow is clicked, and I can also get him to move when the left arrow is clicked. So let's get the left arrow selected, and then I go to motion and drag out change X by 10 to the right arrow, and then same thing for the left arrow, but instead of positive 10, negative 10 like the down arrow. And so now when we test it, you'll be able to move the cat with all the different arrows. So I can move them up, down, to the side, and to the other side. So now he'll be able to move up, down, left, right, and yeah, so you can move it, so you can make it so it goes up by 50 or up by 8 or down by 50 or to the side by 50 or 8 or 5 or something like that, depending on how slow or fast you want him to go. So that's how you do it with the arrow keys. You can also make it so it uses the WASD keys. So if we click on the slot or the arrow, this will pop up, and then we can just go down, and it will show a bunch of different arrows, so we can pick one to move and stuff. So let's find the somewhere. You can also use the numbers to do stuff. You can also, if you press the space bar, it will jump up. And so now I have the selected for the right, and then I can do the same with the W, so that if we press W, he will move up. So let me just test that, and I'm pressing the W key and he's moving up, and then I'm pressing the D key and he's moving to the right. So you can also use it so that the A goes left and S goes down. So yeah, there's a few different ways to get them to move. You got the mouse, which you can use to get the cat to move, or you can use the arrow keys or the WASD keys to get the mouse to the cat to move. So there's a bunch of different ways to get the cat to move. So if you're making a certain game that you want the cat to move, you'll be able to have a certain way for it to move. So that is how you get a sprite to move, and also a few different options, and you can use one of those options if you want to use the mouse, or you want to use a key on the keyboard, then you'll be able to do that. So that's the movement tutorial, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.